All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Jax Crall. Jax, could you just introduce yourself to people who may not know who you are and what you do?
Yeah, my name's Jax Crall, as Cole said. I'm from Austin, Texas, and I major in broadcast journalism here at the University of Arkansas. My biggest passion is sports. That's my whole thing. I love it all.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. And on the sports thing, so you can tell us just a little bit about what you do with UATV when it comes to sports, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so I'm the assistant sports director at UATV News right now, and that kind of requires a lot of little things. So we have 8 sports anchors, and we have to get them assigned and get them to do sports every week for our TV shows. And then on Wednesdays, we have our sports specialty show, which is 30 minutes where we can just talk about whatever we want. But there's also other stuff where we get to go cover games or do press conferences and stuff like that. So it's really hands-on, and it's a great time.
Yeah, dude, that's huge. Just getting to do like really fun stuff, like kind of up there stuff that
Totally.
A lot of students don't think they can even do that. And so I'd love to just pick your brain about, so what did that look like for you getting into those spaces, and also just like all the way back, view from 3,000 feet, what did it look like going into journalism in general for you?
Well, like you just said, most people I feel like don't realize that the opportunities we get at the school here and schools in general, but here specifically, it's so hands-on. You can start as a freshman, which is like the coolest thing ever, how you can just build yourself up early. Most schools in journalism make you wait till your junior or senior year, but here you're competing with the big dogs that are actual news stations here in Fayetteville. You're doing the same thing as them. But, coming here, well, I'll start with this. I actually wanted to go to Texas A&M. My dad and my grandpa went there. It was my biggest passion as a kid. But I came up here, and I loved the school so much. And my 3 roommates that I'm still with today, Jacob and Liam, who are in Bucks with you and I, we just found the perfect situation. And I thought it was the best situation for me because how cool this school was, how awesome the professors were when I toured the school. And now it couldn't have paid off better because it's just, as much as you invest into this, you're going to get so much out of it, and it's totally worth it.
Dude, that's so awesome. Yeah, Jax has just been able to do so much with the university and outside of the university. You just announced a couple months ago that you got an internship with NBC in New York City. Tell us a little bit about that and how that came to be.
Yeah, that's such a blessing of an opportunity, and I'm super excited for that. Back in October of 2023, I just started sending out cold emails to people all over the country, and New York was the top spot for me because I have family that lives in Brooklyn. And that was a kind of a priority. I kind of asked them, I was like, can I stay with you guys if I were to get lucky enough to get an internship there? And they were like, yeah, of course. So I kind of started hitting that spot. And honestly, for over a year and a half, I was constantly communicating with the people up there to try to lock in an internship because, I hate to say it, there's so many schools in the nation and it's so competitive, especially sports, but journalism in general is one of the most competitive majors. So just constantly checking in with them. If you were to go back and look at my texts with these people, I was literally messaging them like once a week, just saying like, what's up, how's it going?
Yeah.
So when it finally came time to apply for the second time, so I applied the first time, I was a little late, I didn't get it, but total God's plan, I think it worked out perfectly. And now I'm going up there, and the application process was tough. There were a lot of competitors for sure. Like even looking at, like, we're in like a LinkedIn group me or whatever, and like seeing the people from all over the country, it's interesting to be in that position for sure. But no, just super blessed and super excited for the opportunity to go and make Arkansas proud for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. All the listeners, cold emails work. Keep doing them. Keep badgering people.
That's always what I say. Is you gotta, like, that's what I've learned the most from almost any person in the business, whatever business you want to go into, is that you're not bugging them. It might seem like you're bugging them, but it turns out you're not. Like these people in New York, they're so busy. So just to see your name in the like just giving them a reminder all the time and reaching out, and it's not a bad thing. I would highly recommend it.
They're looking for people. Like, yeah, they want people to be reaching out, and they want people who want to work there, who want to be there.
Totally.
Last thing that we're going to talk about before I just ask what you have advice for people coming up into something like you're doing is this interview with Jerry Rice. Yeah. Huge opportunity. What did that look like for you preparing to go into that, and then also during the interview, what were you thinking? What was on your mind?
Man, that was probably the coolest experience I've had here at Arkansas so far. Again, just so blessed for the opportunity. I found out the Monday of spring break, and I was ironically planning to go to San Francisco to cover Arkansas basketball. So I was kind of trying to juggle 2 things at once. But when I found out I got the lecture, I just immediately started working. A big advice piece that I've gotten from my connection in New York, his name is Bruce Beck, is write it down and you'll remember it better. So before, it was kind of like I had free reign. I could make the questions. I could take it however I wanted to take it. So first thing I did, I didn't start making the questions. I started researching him like crazy. for 2 days straight.
And we could tell in that interview. If you watch that interview, Jax knew every point about every game Jerry Rice has ever played.
It was insane because like whenever I met him, he was so nice, but he was shocked for sure. But
yeah,
just the preparation that went into it, it was all worth it. But I literally bought manila folders at Office Depot and started just going through his whole life. Anything I could find. I looked on a bunch of different websites, a bunch of videos, just finding everything. So then when it got to the time to do the interview, although I was still super nervous, don't get me wrong, I felt so confident because I had 53 questions on there ready to ask him. But at the same time, I feel like I didn't really have to access that because I already knew so much about him that it was just like a conversation at the end of the day. And doing that preparation is so vital in anything you do. And I mean, I'm still so young in this business, but that's definitely something that I want to keep doing is preparing like no other because of how important it is. There was another quote I saw where it was like, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. And I haven't forgot that since I saw it for the first time. And I think it's just so key because it just makes you so much better for whatever you're doing, for sure.
Awesome. Yeah. So before we let you go, do you have any like advice on journalism students, they're freshmen maybe, sophomores, kind of feeling like, I don't really know what I want to do in this business, or I don't know where to go from here. I know what I want to do maybe, but I don't know how to get there. What would you say to them?
Yeah, I'm honestly still in the same boat you guys are in right now. Like I still don't know 100% what I want to do yet. I just know I want it to be in sports regardless. But I guess just for college specifically, have fun and like realize that it's only 4 years, but do as much as you can, you know, like getting involved early is so important. And it just serves you so much better. There's people at UATV that start volunteering as freshmen. I didn't even start till I was a sophomore. So if you're older now, I wouldn't stress about it. But if you start earlier, you get the reps, you get more confident in front of camera. And like I still have a long ways to go. So I can plan on still doing that same stuff. But also having fun and realizing that you're only here for one part of your life and enjoying this great university.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, Jax. And we will talk to y'all next week. Have a good one.